DTI fam, what's good, baby? Another daily drive. Another week is down. Another week has come. And guess what? You get to hear my annoying ass voice again. Which I'm happy because that means you're back. That means something resonated. That means you like something that you heard if you're checking it out again. So thank you. I appreciate that. Just feeling extremely grateful. I get to go home and see the family this week. Spend about a week and a half in Ohio. Bringing in the New Year's in Ohio, so just really excited how this year shaped up, how this year is wrapping up, and the things that go on with it. And I think it's because I focused a lot on my mindset this year and the things that I was letting infiltrate it. And so I wanted to talk to you guys today about that because there's just something about a positive mindset. There's something about the way you look at things, the way you go about things, the way you interpret things, and just like overall how you react to stuff. I mean, it's just crazy to think how we as humans can let situations manipulate us to just go down this rabbit hole of like, well, what if this person said that? Or what if this person feels this way? Or what if my boss says this? Or what, like, we just what if all the time. And guess what? What if none of that fucking happened and went completely the opposite way? And so like as I like talk through scenarios with myself and as I just like figure out where and what I want to do, whatever that revolves around in life, kind of just look at it with an open mindset. I got my haircut today. Shout out also Jack Black. I will have a sponsorship with them one day. There we go. Yep, get clarity. Best freaking lip balm, best shower gel, best lotion, all around face lotion, body lotion, all around. Their products are magnificent. So this is an unpaid, unasked for little advertisement for Jack Black, but I freaking love them. So I'm going to put some of this on. So that way I got crusty lips. But yeah, this stuff is amazing. Try it out. You can get it at Amazon. You can get it at Neiman Marcus or Nemus Marcus, whatever the fuck it's called. But having a proper and a good mindset will completely change your life. I feel like 2 years ago, I focused a lot on like meditation, on journaling, on like cold therapy, on sauna, on reading, whether it's audiobooks or a paperback book. And then I also was like, I'm not going to give a shit about the little stuff. I've talked about it on here. Don't sweat the small stuff. It's all small stuff. Big Fred, my pops, Durf, the man used to always say that. And it just resonates more and more the older I get, the more life things I go through. And so, mindset, people. I was telling you, I was sitting down in my barber's chair today, and for those of you that are curious, that want to know, I lost my fantasy league, so I have to do a 3 or 5 minute stand-up comedy bit in 2025, wherever we go, whether that's back to Nashville, whether that's Austin, Texas, wherever we go. I'm the one that's got to look like the fool and get up on stage and do the comedy act because that's what we agreed on for the loser. And so with that being said, everybody's like, oh, how you feeling, Fred? Oh, you got to do fucking comedy set. Oh, I'm coming wherever you go. And I'm just like, I don't fucking care. Because guess what? It's going to go one of two ways. I'm going to do really good, and the boys are going to talk about it forever. Or I'm going to do really bad, and the boys are going to talk about it forever. And so, like, why would I let that affect my mood today when that's not going to happen until 8 months from now when the draft happens again? Or when I go into a sales call and it doesn't go the way I want, okay, how can I get better? How can I learn? I just went to Greenville, North Carolina earlier last week, and I did my first lunch and learn. And I was like, this is going to go great. Lowe's like, are you nervous? I'm like, no, not at all. Because what do I need to be nervous about? I'm new. I got to figure it out. But like, I know what I'm talking about, so I know I can at least do okay. So I went in there, and it was my first one ever, and I left, and I was like, a little discouraged. I was like, I could have done better here. I could have done this different. We'll do better tomorrow. I got another one tomorrow in Lumberton, North Carolina. So I get to Lumberton, and instead of not using the PowerPoint like I did the day before, I used the PowerPoint briefly just to point at, so that way I could look up there and be like, oh, let me remember to talk about this. Not let me read off of it, but let me keep it structured. Then I go to the next slide and boom and boom and boom. And guess what? I left that one. There was more questions asked. There was more engagement. I felt better. The next day there was an opportunity that came from it. When I'm thinking about making the hard decision, whether that's around my life or something that I have to say no to or something that I know might like offend or like hurt somebody else's feelings, what are the pros? What are the cons? Like, I just weigh out these different scenarios, and it's like, no matter the outcome, even if it's not what I want to hear, want to happen, it's going to be fine. Something else is going to come from it. And so we're going into the new year. Everybody has a mentality like, oh, new year, new me, oh, New Year's resolutions, whatever it is, it's great. We want that motivation, but like carry that motivation. And I think that one critical piece that you need to take into that with whatever you're talking about is your mindset around things. Because your mindset can dictate how and where your future is going. If you're somebody that always looks at the negative, only negative things are going to keep arising because that's all you're focusing on. If you're focused on other people's lives, then your life is never going to get where you want it to go because you're too worried about talking about or worried about doing what other people are doing. And you're too focused on outside factors other than what's truly impacting your lifestyle. If you go to work every single day and you're like, today's going to be a bad fucking day because I got to walk back in these fucking doors, then it's going to always be a bad day. There's two situations that you can do. You can go in there and have a bad day every single day. All right, let's say there's three things. Go in there every single day thinking it's going to be a bad day, and then it is. You can change your mindset and be like, well, it's really good because it's putting a roof over my head. There's food on the table. My employees aren't that bad, or the employees I work with aren't that bad. You know, the job's not that demanding. If I could just eliminate stress in these key areas or two areas, it would be fine. Or the third thing is, find a new fucking job. Stop overcomplicating things and just sitting there and having this piss poor mindset of the why me? Why does this have to happen to me? Why do I have to go through it? You're lucky you're not in my shoes. Oh my God, like, fuck that. Change your mindset, change your ways, change the trajectory, change the outcome. I'm passionate about these things because, again, I get in my own way as well. For instance, the last 3 weeks, guess what good old Fred hasn't done? His fucking swims. He hasn't knocked out every single one of his swims. There was a week he didn't even swim at all. But what am I going to do? Harp on that? Or I'm going to realize, hey, I got to kick it back into gear, and this is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to change my mindset around swimming. Hey, look, it might be programmed for 45 minutes to go out there and swim in the pool. If I get in there for 15 minutes, it's a fucking win. Maybe I get in there for 15 minutes 3 times a week instead of one time for 45 minutes. Still hit the number. Maybe that's how I have to break it up. So that way I look at it different. That way I perceive it different. That way I have a different energy about it. So take those things where you're like, fuck, I don't want to do this again. God, I don't want to have to go there. Oh, take those things, change the way you think about it, and see how it affects it. See how it reacts, how everything falls in place differently. But then at the end of the day, if it's truly something that just keeps weighing and weighing on you, no matter if you change your mindset or if you don't, then get out of that situation, get out of that environment, get out of that scenario. A positive mindset goes way further than a negative mindset 99.9% of the time. You get in a fight with your spouse, with your boyfriend, girlfriend. You're going to carry that grudge all day and let your 10-minute argument just let your whole entire day turn to shit? I saw an interview with Deion Sanders, and he goes, I don't have bad days. I don't have bad days. I might have a bad couple minutes. I might have a bad hour. I don't have bad days, though. Life's too short. It's a mindset that we have to get into. Typically when something is hard, challenging, or there's a resistance point against us, it's because we're doing the right thing and what we should be doing. Again, that can be jobs, that can be people in your life, that can be social media accounts that you follow, that can be extracurriculars that you do. Typically that thing that's got a little bit of resistance, that's got a little bit of like, oh, I don't want to do it, but in the back of your head, you're like, oh, no, I should do it. That's typically the change. It's showing you that that's the change that you need, the change that you've been asking about. Man, I was just talking to somebody the other day and they were telling me like, oh, fuck, this is happening, that's happening. And, you know, I got to work on this and then I have to do that. And it's just so much at once. And it's hard. I don't want to do it. It's hard. I'm craving this. I'm doing. Buddy, a month ago, you were just saying that you wanted to be in this situation. A month ago, you were just saying you wanted to see this. And now it's happening, but we're not grateful for it because that resistance is there. That pressure's there. That it's a little hard is there. It's because that change that you've been yearning for is finally here. And God's testing you to see how you're going to react to it. Do you really want what you say you want? Or are you just saying it because it sounds good? So go into this week with your family, go into this week with your friends, go into this week with travel, whether you get in accidents, just remember, like, my outlook on life, this is like one thing that I've changed this year, you guys, on just like how a little bit of mindset shift can truly change a situation. So I'm traveling a lot, you guys know that, on the road, in the air, on the road, at least 2 weeks out of the month. It's been averaging 2.5. So being on the road, there's sometimes traffic jams. Before I'm like, fuck, I hate traffic jams. I'm on the phone and be like, motherfucker, I got to get to where I go. I'm going to be late, blah, blah, blah. I want to be home already. But I changed my mindset earlier this year. And I said, why is there this traffic jam? What if on the other side of this traffic jam, somebody lost their life? What if on the other side of this traffic jam, somebody's fighting for their life right now? What if because I got in my car 5 minutes later than what I wanted and out of the house 5 minutes later than what I wanted, maybe that saved me to not be on the other side of this accident. And God, because of that, thank you. Again, now I sit in traffic and I'm like, I wish I wasn't here. But like, I hope and pray that everybody on the other side of it is okay. There's a reason for it right now. And typically, that reason for traffic is not good. There's typically not just a stop of traffic because, like, I just want to sit here today. I don't want to let anybody go through. There's typically something bad on the other side of it. So just change how you're looking at things. Change the window that you're looking through. If you're looking through a regular window, look through a stained glass window. See the different colors, dimensions, images. Let your mind just like relax for a little bit. Not everything needs to be up in arms. Not everything needs to be stressful. The world is stressful enough. Fucking go on X. Go on TikTok. Watch the news. There is always something or someone or somehow, somewhere, way that's worse off than what you're in right now. So, go into the new year, change that mindset. And it can be little things of how you're viewing it, how you're anticipating it, how you're perceiving it. Or it can be little things as well as taking action and deleting the accounts, eliminating people, eliminating things. And then you replace those with things that attract the energy that you want, or the shift in life that you want, or the whatever you want. I didn't know there was as many endurance athletes doing fucking half Ironmans until I started fucking training for a half Ironman. And now that's all I fucking see. But again, I'm putting myself in that bucket, in that zone. Change my mindset. Change the people I was following on social media. Change the accounts I was following. Go into 2025. Have the desire to inspire. Join a fucking community. Get around people that you want to see. Wow, this thing is really bouncing around today. Get around people that are doing what you want to be doing and seeing the change that you want to see. Because that force will gravitate into your life. It'll constantly reassure you that you are on the right trajectory, on the right path. And again, it's motivational because when you don't want to do it, that group or that community, somebody is doing it within it. It's the best thing travel has done for me at the end of this year. I'll talk more on that. But for now, go out there, have the desire to inspire, change your mindset to change your life and the trajectory that it's going into positive, and keep living life, baby. We'll talk again soon. Merry Christmas, happy holidays. There'll be one more before the new year, so it's on.